The COVID-19 pandemic quickly turned the world upside down when it arrived in early 2020.
The most challenging part was being prepared to go out in the real world, to leave the house. We had to wear a mask, we had to wear gloves, we walked around with hand sanitizers, we were afraid to touch things, and we were afraid to bring the virus back because in the beginning we didn't know how easily it transmitted.
For the pandemic, the most challenging part was probably trying not to get it because my mom has a lung disease and I didn't want to bring it home to her. And plus, I didn't want to bring it to any my loved ones or family members or friends. So I was always kind of on edge about it and hanging out with people, so it was sucked.
My dad was the one person I was worried about getting COVID. He's very immunocompromised, and he actually did end up getting COVID from yours truly, which was scary and sad, and I felt guilty for my ignorance, but at the same time, like I said, it was asymptomatic and there really was no way of knowing. So yeah, I was definitely worried about him.
Everyday essentials soon became impossible to get, lockdown separated friends and families, and masks soon became an important usage.
I got COVID right when it started happening in 2020, so I got it the summer coming in, and I found out I had it because I went to the beach with all my friends because we wanted to stay isolated but we wanted to be together. So we're figured, oh, being outside will be okay. Turns out I ended up getting COVID, and with having COVID I felt really achy, wanting to sleep 24/7, and then I eventually got tested. Turns out that's COVID.
I had COVID twice. Once in the spring and once in the winter, and it was not pleasant. I got it at work, and I was very sick both times.
I had COVID in the very beginning. I suffered greatly from it. I had a lot of trouble breathing. Every time I went to inhale, I would cough, and I could not control the coughing. I had coughing spasms. I suffered from a very high temperature, aches and pains, and had a headache, which was hard to control even with Tylenol.
Thanks to vaccines, boosters, and masks, the COVID-19 virus decreased vastly.
When we were in the midst of it, I think the only thing I was worried about was getting it and giving it. At the time, it was asymptomatic when I got it the second time. So I was scared that, people were just walking around with no symptoms and transmitting COVID.
During the lockdown, I had to set up a home office. I set up a big screen TV in my room, I set up a desk, and I went from visiting customers to calling customers on the phone and setting up Zoom meetings, which eventually now has become the norm and is working out pretty well.
Online learning wasn't a terrible transition for me because I kind of like sitting in my room, being on my computer in my own space, but it was kind of I'd rather be in person and see people, even if that meant waking up so many more hours early.
When we walked through the stores, we tried to distance ourselves from people. We tried to not pick up a lot of things people we noticed were picking up and putting down, like vegetables, heads of lettuce. After we purchased what we needed, we brought everything home, and we had sanitizing stations set up in the garage.
Junior year got canceled, which was really upsetting. We didn't have anything, so we had nothing fun to do. And then when senior year came, they tried to make prom fun, but it just wasn't the same.
Being in your room all the time and not being able to go to events, I missed birthday parties, I missed my nephew's christening. It was very sad, I think.